So this was how we were able to make 130 pips on GBPUSD within 3 days. We placed this trade on Wednesday. Today is Friday. Now we have closed it. And the trade we're talking about here is a screenshot uh, from the trade and how we entered. So if you look over here, the entry was just over here. As you can see, a sell. And of course, we have some markings over here. This markings here, here, and here as well. I'm going to be explaining, and you can see where our take profit was, this lows over here. So I'm going to be explaining this particular trade with respect to the thought process, and we would even add the fundamentals to the mix because the fundamentals obviously helped as well. Now, GBPUSD is one of the instruments that we've been talking about for a while. And we've been looking at these areas here of interest where we said is between here for resistance and also between here for support. So we saw the bounces here. If you look to the left, resistance, support, 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 support. But then we were expecting price to get back to this point here of resistance. But look at what happened. It failed to get there at this point in time. It also failed here again. And then based on this failure and this failure, it didn't get to this resistance. That means that there's something happening here. That means that this area, this level is being protected. And again, look at what happened over here. This happened at the same area of interest. And then we had a nice sizable bearish pin bar, or you could also call it hammer. And of course, this was our trigger here to jump in, stop loss just above here, or you can put it just above this candle, right? Anyone. But we entered based on this trigger here, this bearish, nice. Look at the size of this pin bar. It's nice and big. And then we entered here. Of course, the bigger the candle, the more effect it should have. So we entered here and then it dropped all the way, hit here, which happened to be a support. You can see as it reacted. This was also a nice sizable pin bar for buying bullish. But I didn't buy because paying attention to the DXY, it told me that as GBP hit here, there's still room for it to go to the downside. And that's exactly what happened. It broke here. So that means that this support, this other side should now act as resistance. It has broken to the other side. As you can see, we had resistance here. And then look very well, immediately it pulled back there, acted as resistance and dropped further down. Our take profit was right over here at this lows. And then voila, it hit here, entry here, and this gave us about 130 pips within 2-3 days. Yeah, let's just say 2 days thereabouts, yesterday and today. So let's just say 2-3 days we're in and out within the week. And of course, I as a trader, I don't like holding trades over the weekend. It's been a while I've held trades over the weekend, but we're looking at making some adjustments going into next year and hold some trades for weeks and maybe even months. But that will be based on higher time frame analysis. So this is what we had. This is what we did. And then we had some information again that came earlier this morning. And this morning being on the GDP for pounds, which came out this morning. And if you look very well, the outcome was what? The actual was what? Minus 0.1. And you can see the color is red. If you have watched any of our videos, we've explained how to interpret this quickly. Black means neutral. You're not buying, you're not selling. Black, black, black. When you have green, green means buy. So that means you're supposed to be buying that particular currency at that point in time. Green as well, buy. And then look red, and then we had red. So if red is sell for GBP, right? For GBP, red is sell GBP. And then we look at the pairing because you must understand how to pair. GBPUSD, right? GBPUSD. GBP is the first currency. So you are selling GBP and buying USD. And of course, this candle, because this was a massive candle that went down and hit this area nicely. So this also helped us. But you have to be fast when you're looking at the fundamentals, because in as much as it told us to sell, at times price could go back to this area of resistance to sell. But it hit here Friday, closed the trade for about 130 pips, and then we can call it a week. Next week will probably be the last week of trading for me for this year, as the market closer to the 25th, 26th, well, 24, 25, 26, the market is going to thin out, right? Liquidity will drop, volatility too will drop. You might have some weird whipsaws, because that's what tends to happen when liquidity drops as well. So this is what we did and how we were able to make approximately 130 pips. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you took this trade as well, let us know. And of course, let us know what your thought process is going into next week. But thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And of course, we'll catch you on the next video. Thank you guys, and goodbye for now. Cheers.